Hello, gorgeous soul, and welcome to this epic podcast. This is a place where you are encouraged and you have absolute freaking permission to unapologetically go after all of your dreams, all of your visions, all of your things on your vision board, like everything that your heart desires. I'm your host, Angharad, the High Vibe Babe, and I believe that we're all in this life to expand and experience our wildest dreams. If one of us can have it, then we all can. So that is the aim of this podcast. Each week I'll either be going solo or have guests with the aim to inspire, uplift you and give you the tools for you to live your most epic AF life and business possible. You can find me on Instagram with the handle @HighVibeBabe. Now let's get into today's episode. Hello beautiful, Angharad here, High Vibe Babe. Wow, so I have been doing my vision board for 2020, and admittedly this is the first time I've ever actually done one. I think maybe I did one when I was like 14 or really young, because I feel like I've done this before, but not to this extent. And I paid for a program to do with Kiki Namaste Babe at Namaste Babe on Instagram. Don't you just like love that handle? Like when I heard her handle, I was like, I'm in love with you already. She's on a podcast. That's how I got introduced to her. But anyway, she's really, really cool. And I'm doing a program with her, which is a 2-day program around vision boarding. And I just filled out this form, and it's called the Year of You, a vision board workshop. And it's been really, really eye-opening, because as I've been going through it, like, you know how you like start, you're like, oh, I could probably do that. And then you like keep going and you're like, but wait, what's holding me back from like the actual things, like the big things that I really want to do? Like, what is it? Like, what is it? Because like we have these dreams, and what we can find ourselves doing is, you're either a hardcore visionary, right? And you're like, yeah, I'm going to have the $1 billion business and the private planes and 3 personal assistants and 5 nannies. Or you're like well, it would be nice if I could make $10,000 in my business person in a year. You know what I mean? Like you're either like full scale visionary, or you're like, oh, kind of, I mean, yeah, I suppose I could. Yeah. Which one are you? Which one do you resonate with? And to be honest, I am definitely a visionary, and over the past few years I've had like a little bit of a love-hate relationship with like setting goals, because I'm like, but then I set a goal and then it doesn't happen. So with a visionary, because I'm such a visionary, right? And then I was introduced to the idea of like having tiered goals, so you're always sort of happy, and once again my visionary was still going crazy, you know, and so we dialed her back a little bit, and I have actually achieved my goals, which has been really good. Like I do monthly goals and stuff, and it's been a really good booster. But then I'm like, wait, hold the phone. 12 months ago, the person you were is exponentially different from the person you are today. So when we build, like once again, it comes back to that, the energy of the new year. Like we often have this mindset that in the new year, we start again. Like, oh, we didn't get those things done, so I have to start again. But actually what's happened is it's the foundations. We're building on them. That doesn't disappear. Just because it's the new year, everything didn't disappear, or your personal development didn't disappear. The book you wrote didn't just disappear, right? Which my book is coming out, by the way. Oh my gosh, the next few days. It's going to be like fully published and ready to be available to be purchased. But anyway, so everything doesn't just disappear in the new year, right? But often we can be like, oh, well, but that's not actually what's happened. Like you have built this to yourself to this state, and you have changed so freaking much in the last 12 months that what is possible for you in 12 months time, honestly, if you keep on going the way you're going and show up that way and harder, like, and always better, growing yourself, you honestly probably couldn't predict what is possible for you. Because when I look back at myself 12 months ago and now, and wrote down all the achievements that I've achieved this year in 12 months alone, I would have been happy if I'd achieved that in a whole life 12 months ago when I read that. And this is the power of investing in yourself and getting in a movement, getting in a momentum, getting in a place where you're accountable. Like accountability was really a big game changer for me. Like that I was accountable for showing up for myself. I was accountable for my growth. I was accountable for always showing up in a better way and learning more and implementing more and learning new layers and having a beginner's mindset, and working with a one-on-one coach literally did this for me. All of these provided all of these things, and it has made such a amazing special space for me to create the momentum that I needed to have this much change and this much happen in my life. Now, one of the things I want to touch on is often when my limiting belief around hiring a one-on-one coach, you tell me if this is yours too. If you've ever thought this, I feel you, right? So before I hired a one-on-one coach, I didn't want to do it in some way. That my limiting belief was, oh, but then I didn't do it on my own, and like I probably wouldn't be able to do it without a coach, and that means that like as soon as I'm not working with me, I won't be able to achieve anything, or like it was like this ego sort of like, let's do it on our own because then we can like say we've done it on our own. Do you know what I mean? So that was like my limiting belief I had around hiring a coach. But let me tell you, okay, I thought of this analogy when I was driving in the car yesterday. Do you get ideas from the car? In the car, listening to podcasts, and in the shower is when I always get like these ideas. But anyway, the idea was having a coach is like your grandma sitting in the kitchen telling you how to make her cake. She's got her recipe there for you. You've got all the ingredients. You've got your own cake pan and everything. But your grandma has handed her recipe over to you. And she's guiding you and saying like, oh, you put this first. And oh, and make sure you don't overbeat this. And no, you've not wrapped the brown paper correctly. Undo it and redo it. No, your oven's not quite hot enough. Or like check the cake now because it might be overdone. That's what a coach is. They don't touch the things you're doing. If your grandma was sitting in the kitchen, you're like, oh, well, I sort of don't want to put the eggs in, so I'm not going to put the eggs in. The cake's not going to turn out the same way. If your coach is like, how have you shown up for yourself? Like, what's a deeper way you can show up for yourself and you don't go and do it? You're not going to get the result, right? But often we can talk ourselves out of hiring a coach because we're like, oh, well, my ego would then have a field day because it didn't actually do it by itself. No, what working with a coach is all about is empowering you. It's about giving you the tools. It's about getting this momentum, getting this energy flow, getting in the place where you get to do what you really want because someone is standing there calling you out on your BS and guiding you and being like, hey, well, you didn't get... That is not actually the best mixed fruit. This is the better brand of the mixed fruit. Do you know what I mean? Like your grandma is just standing there helping you out, giving you her guidance, keeping an accountability circle so you don't start scrolling on Facebook halfway through and then overcook your cake, right? Or forget some ingredients, right? Like this is what a coach does. And I'm so glad I got internet. Anyway, I got so way off on a side tangent. So as I was going and doing and pinning stuff on Pinterest, I like started with some baby things and then eventually like got bigger and bigger because I was like, actually, you know what? We often can play small. We can play small. We're often like, yeah, well, the visionary is cool, but you know, but no, the only thing that's standing in between you and your results is you. It's about how you're showing up, how you're investing, what energy you're putting out, are you aligned? All of it is to do with you because if you aren't there doing the cake, if you aren't putting all of the ingredients in, if you aren't doing it at the right time, if you aren't beating it correctly enough, if you aren't doing all these things, then you're not going to get this perfect Christmas cake that your grandma's been making for 20, 50, 60 years, however long she's been making it. You are the one who is in control of your results and the level of your results. So set your 2020 visions as crazy as you can possibly think it, because if you do all of the steps as your grandma would, if you engage, if you hire a one-on-one coach, if you do the program, if you listen to the podcast, if you do all of the things all of the time, you will get the result because you're getting guided, because you're looking outside of yourself to do the things that you really want to do. And I keep my computer open because then I can see on my vision board. It's really inspiring. What's standing in the way is you. Like, well, not necessarily standing in the way, but it could be. If you are standing in your way, get out of your own freaking way. Stop cock blocking yourself, the universe, God, everything. Like, stop cock blocking your potential with your worries. Like, just you know how to work your subconscious mind, right? Like just rewire that shit and then go and take the jump and hire the coach or invest in the course or do the vision board or go for the run, like whatever it is, just sort out what's in here and you'll be able to get everything else because your thoughts are controlling your feelings, your feeling are controlling your actions, actions are controlling your thoughts, feelings, actions, results. That's how it goes. You change your thoughts, get in there, reprogram your subconscious mind and get a different result. Go and act differently. Go and act in a way you never have before and you're going to get the results that you truly desire. I love you. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, send me a message. Let's have a chat about it. My prices are going up for January 2020. Oh my gosh, there's so many amazing things coming in my business and for you. And have you seen my post about quantum healing? It's a new thing I've just dropped. I have just done a post about it, but it's all about healing is something that I have witnessed and been a part of and felt for myself a lot in my life, whether it's physical healing with like supernatural, whether it's like your mindset, like healing what goes on here and forgiveness. And these things are stuff that I've been doing for myself for years and with God. And then I've done it with other people too. I've been I have this amazing space of facilitating these sort of things for people. So this quantum healing is all about I'm a facilitator. I'm the grandma guiding you through how to heal yourself, because all of these things, healing at a huge quantum amazing level with all of these steps. So once again, the cake analogy I had is that this quantum healing process is like all of your ingredients are all of your tools. Like some of it is your mindset, some of them is your the spiritual woo, some of it is the forgiveness, some of it, there's so many compartments that come into a healing, right? And one of them standalone is amazing, it changes your life. But when you put it all together, you're like, oh my gosh, I just made a cake. Like, why have I never made a cake before? And that was what creates a quantum long lasting, like what the actual fridge, like amazing, change your life forever quantum healing. So I am once again holding a space. It's the 101 container, and it's a 2 to 3 hour call to make this available for you, where you actually learn the tools for yourself to heal yourself, because it is something you don't need. Your grandma can guide you at all, yes, 100%. But once you've got the recipe and she's shown you a couple of times how to do it, you're good, you're set, because she doesn't want us hang around there all the, like, she's gonna eventually go somewhere else, right? She's gonna leave this world and go. So, but she wants to impart her wisdom on you. She wants to hold this, you know, like in that space, it's safe and it's love and it's beautiful, and it's just, she just sits there with so much guidance, and she brings out the best in you. And that is what this space is. That is exactly what quantum healing is. It's this delicious space. It's so beautiful, and it's the most healing experience you probably would have ever experienced in your life. So if you have things that you really want to move through, things that this is calling, you're like, I don't even know why, but I'm just going to do it, like I am with my vision board thing. I didn't even know what the program was. I just saw the title and I was like, yeah, sweet. And I just thought it was even like a PDF or something. Turns out it's like 2 big live things and all this homework and all these really cool things. But I just jumped based on my intuition. I've never been happier. Honestly, it's amazing. It feels like that is what you're meant for. I had a vision about this happening a couple of months ago, but I had no idea how it was going to happen. And I was like, well, if it's meant to happen, you have to bring me all the resources in. It just suddenly got downloaded and happened. And I was like, wow, yeah, And I've already done it with one client. So it's just absolutely hugely, phenomenally life-changing. And this is the space I want to facilitate and I'm holding for you. So if you want to work with me in any capacity, you just reach out to me. That's what I was trying to say. My prices in the new year are increasing for my one-on-one coaching, but you can lock in a price now for either 3 or 6 month terms. And one of my one-on-one clients messaged me this morning. She's like, what is the longest I could sign up for? Because I want to re-sign with you for the maximum time possible. So that's really, really exciting. So it sounds spot gone, but I'm not at full capacity. If I ever am, I will let you know. But at this stage, I will go until I feel like I'm at full capacity with my one-on-one clients. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait to hold this space for you and to work with you and to really bring these things to life. Bring your visions, make these things happen. I am so looking forward to being the grandma guiding you, being the yummy, delicious space. Thank you for being here. If you have enjoyed this episode, I would adore if you would screenshot it, chuck it up on your stories with your favorite takeaway moment, and tag me at High Vibe Babe on Instagram so that more people can see this and get this content and get this message out there to really shape and change and impact other people's lives. Do you desire to be around more high vibe women who really get you, who encourage you, who like support you no matter what? Yeah, well, guess what? I have a place that you belong. It is called High Vibe Babes Community. It is a free Facebook group and I would love to have you in there. There are so many free trainings and epicness in this group, so please get your booty in there. It would mean the world if you would subscribe to this podcast, do the reviews, the rating, the stars, all of the things. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait to chat with you on the next episode. I'm sending you all of the vibes and all of the love. Over and out from Angharad, the High Vibe Babe.